All right, calm yourselves. It's that time again. Welcome to Topicopedia, the podcast that's more random than a buffet of death row last meals. And probably just as questionable.
Episode 153. That's right. We've somehow survived this long without being cancelled or exiled to a remote island. Although Steve's hometown of Skelmersdale is basically both.
I don't know Ste and Nicole. Got roundabouts and Greg's. Loads of Greg's. You've never lived till you've had a steak bake on the 47th exit of a roundabout.
Sounds delightful. Meanwhile, in Plymouth, we have history, sea views, and people who can say their A's without sounding like they're chewing gravel.
Well, speaking of chewing, this week we're kicking off things with a properly morbid little dive into death row inmates' last meals. Spoiler, not a single one asked for salad.
And after that tasty little number, we're going to go down a rabbit hole of common phrases. Where the heck did they come from? Ever wondered why we say bite the bullet or let the cat out of the bag? You're going to keep wondering because they're not in this list. Steve thinks it's all about bad decisions on a night out in Wigan.
Look, the cat wanted to party, all right.
Sure it did. And for our unsolved mystery of the week, we're heading way back, like ancient history levels, to the mysterious disappearance of the Indus Valley civilization. They vanished with less explanation than Steve after his round at the pub.
Classic northern tactic. Anyway, we've also got our usual chaos. Feedback friendly. Feedback friendly. Oh gosh, got that far in, I cock it up. Feedback frenzy, notable news, the Urban Dictionary word of the week that'll probably scar your nan, meme of the week, and of course the joke of the week, which will definitely scar me.
So grab your brew, your pasty, or whatever questionable item you northern not call a meal, and get stuck in. This is Topicopedia, where the topics are wild, the accents are weirder, and nothing is ever really solved.
Let's do this. And remember, if you're not learning, laughing, or mildly offended, are you even listening properly?
Oh, well done, Uncle Jerry. That was quite a good intro, actually.
It wasn't bad. It still managed to trip me up, but doesn't take much, does it?
But I mean, it was quite a long intro. I think
it was quite meaty. Excuse the pastry pun there.
Hey, I see what you did there. I mean, yeah, it was asking a lot from both of us, and I think we did fairly well.
Yeah, let's sausage roll and get on with it.
Yes. Oh, okay. Anyway, how's your week been?
Yeah, I mean, so obviously, like the week before, the week we've just had was lovely, and yes. I was working.
Yes.
And then everyone else is off work, and I'm there still working from home, having it rubbed in my face. You know, weather's nice outside. I'm sat there working. So then, obviously, I took last week off. And the weather went to rubbish.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Absolute rubbish. And I was quite disappointed. Ended up doing very little with my week off, to be fair, apart from sleeping a lot, chilling, and, yeah, basically just recuperating. R&R.
R&R. Well, I'm very jealous of the sleep part because I didn't get very much of that at all.
Have you not been well again?
No, I am perfectly well.
Oh, wow. Oh, hang on. We need a sound for that.
We do.
Hey.
I don't ever think I've earned it as much as I have today, saying that I've been well for the last week. I've been really good. Obviously, we've just had Easter, which I was away for, and it was also my nephew's christening. So it was fantastic. Loads of family, loads of food, loads of drink, and it was all over a bit too quickly. But it was absolutely fantastic. Really lovely day. And the weather was gorgeous on Sunday. It was shite. It was a complete washout the whole time I was out down in Cornwall. So we didn't do an awful lot either. But yeah, for the christening day, I guess the big man upstairs decided to smile on us. And we had the weather. But it was quite funny. I mean, we know, don't we? I would imagine by now everyone knows me well enough to know that I'm not particularly religious or at all, really. But so, you know, but it was quite good. It was quite a good service. It was very interactive, and I must admit that when we're all stood around the font, and they're pouring water on a baby's head, and then all of us are reading off this sheet.
Sorry,
No.
I just had to. That's how much I know about religion and churches.
Well, yeah, but we're all like reading the same stuff off a sheet, and like in films where people go join a cult or whatever, and you see them all in black cloaks and they're chanting the same thing over like together. It was like that. It sounded like that. All of us in this monotonous tone chanting these words and I just remember thinking, God, this is actually a bit creepy, isn't it? But it was brilliant, and at one point we were offered to go up to the front to get a blessing, and I said to my daughter, I said, do you want to go and have a blessing, or do you want to stay here? We don't have to go. You are allowed to stay here. She said, oh, I'm going to go up and get a blessing. So I thought, well, I better go with her. So I mean,
if it's free, you may as well take it.
Well, this is it, because you can never really have too many blessings, and I feel I haven't had enough, obviously. So, yes, we went and got our blessings. And after the service, we were stood outside, just waiting to leave. And I said to my daughter, God, I said, it was quite long, wasn't it? She said, yeah. I said, but you seem to really enjoy it, because she sang all the songs and she was following in the little booklet and she didn't complain. And, she went up for her blessing. She poured some water into the font. She was really, getting into this. And I said, so did you like it, or was it a little bit boring? She went, that is the most boring thing I have ever done in my entire life, and I will never go to a christening again. And right next to her is my brother and his little one, who is getting christened later in the year. So, unfortunately, Llewellyn, my love, you will be going to another christening. But yeah, but to be fair, I had no idea she felt that way. She completely kept that hidden, and played her part beautifully.
She just has to act it all out all over again.
All over again, yes. But because it was Easter Sunday, what they did was they actually made the christening a part of the Sunday service. So it lasted about an hour and a half, whereas normally I think a christening wouldn't last more than 20 minutes or half an hour,
Yeah.
So it probably won't be as long when my brother does it with his little ones. So yeah, so it shouldn't be so much. But yeah, that was it. It was really good. I got home quite late last night. And yeah, I haven't got back into the groove of my life yet,
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm just relieved that they let you into the church.
I'm just relieved I didn't burst into flames.
I know. Well, we've told enough jokes to.
Oh, you wait till you hear the jokes I've got for you.
Oh, I look forward to them.
Me too, actually. Me too.
Don't forget all our jokes. We do sprinkle them over the social media. So if you do spot them on social media, give them a like and a share, and have a little comment below if you come up with any jokes you want us to say. Put them in the comments of the post, because it really helps if you comment on the jokes that we post.
It really does, because the more engagement it gets, even if it's just one little comment, it tells the algorithm, hey, someone likes this enough to spend 2 seconds of their time writing this comment. We'll show this to other people who might like it too. So yeah, please do that. That'd be really, really useful. And actually, they have been getting some traction, haven't they, Ste?
They have. It's quite, I love it when I log on and see notifications and stuff to read. I'm like, oh, I'm popular.
I know. Because it's not like anyone personally messages us. It's just the Topicopedia account. But no, it's absolutely brilliant. It's lovely to see it doing so well. And it is down to the fact that you are putting in lots of hard work posting them all the time. So thank you ever so much for doing that.
It's okay. It's a pleasure doing it. I enjoy listening back to our jokes.
I enjoy listening back to them as well when you post them. So yeah, it is really, really good. Right. So do we have any feedback for this week?
I believe we do have some feedback.
Okay, lovely. That's what we like.
Quite a long chunk of feedback. So we'll break this up. We'll dissect it so that we can address all the points that Andy has made here.
Fantastic. Okay.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Quick one. So the little feedback about the
How can I take him this seriously now when he goes, quick one, and it's a 3.5-minute message? Like,
but you know that Andy has very kindly cut this down from like 10 minutes,
Yeah,
you know? Like, bless him. This is a nice quick one from Andy, and we appreciate you, Andy.
we do, we love this, right.
Incident. The bee was
bees.
indeed at home in my room, and the pictures are outside in the street because I took them out there.
Okay.
I did try a bit inside the McDonald's, but sadly the video failed, so that's why you had to have a picture. And then I did the reviews later on when I was at home because I didn't. There's too much noise anyway, so it's McDonald's.
We could have had the McBeeps
regarding
in
the feedback. So talking about bringing back the dire wolves, interesting idea. But the question is where do they stop? I mean, it's going to cause ecological problems anyway, but maybe. However, do they not see the several documentaries about why bringing extinct animals is a bad idea? I mean, there's several films about it. I mean, albeit the first one failed only because they weren't willing to spend the actual money on the security, but hey, that's by the by.
What was you thinking of Jurassic Park?
Regarding the Microsoft,
That was my assumption.
I'm thinking Jurassic Park, but they did have security on Jurassic Park. It was just inferior.
It was just really not. They underestimated, didn't they? Yeah. Big time. Big time. It is really interesting that he says, you know, where do you start? I mean, I assume that there must be. They must have looked into it and really thought about what they're going to do with this. Like, is this a one-off just to prove that they can? Or is this a thing? Are they going to bring them back and keep them in captivity? Are they going to release them out into the... what are they going to do? They must have really thought about it, mustn't they? And I don't know about you, but I don't know where they're planning to go with it.
No, I don't. But they must... Maybe they just think if they can.
Yeah,
it's advances in science, isn't it? I guess, but yeah, it is. I would say it's a risky thing as to where do you draw the line.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think you would have to really be very confident that you're not going to fuck things up, like in Jurassic Park, or you know, releasing something into the wild that.
I mean, to be fair, Jurassic Park was an island, so at least they foresaw that.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, you can just abandon the island and they'll die off over time. Either or they'll develop their own transport and come over to the mainland. But either way, at that point, if they do that and they take over, then they've earned it, really, haven't they?
Maybe we can just remake a bunch of fucked up shit that died once and just put them in Ireland and just see what happens as a social experiment.
On Ireland. Island.
Yeah, the one next door to us. Yeah.
Put them on there.
We'll just see what happens. See if the leprechauns can, you know, cope. See who wins. We just put the woolly mammoths in there and.
Say you don't like Ireland without saying you don't like Ireland.
I would love to go to Ireland. I think it looks like a fantastic place, and yeah, I'd love to go into like a really authentic Irish pub in the arse end of Ireland, you know? I'd love to. I have nothing against Ireland. I just don't want to do it on our island.
Yeah.
So
as long as it's not our island,
yeah.
It's all good. Maybe
Which
like a smaller island like the Isle of Wight or the Isle of Man or something.
Oh, I like the Isle of Wight. Yeah, Isle of Man. I'm not that bothered about the Isle of Man. Or the Isles of Scilly, or there's places, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's places. It doesn't have to be island. It's quite a big place, island as well, isn't it?
Stick it on Gibraltar, and if they get over the runway, it's only Spain that'll suffer. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good point. Yeah, Gibraltar. Yeah, we'll do that. Good idea. It's ours anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's ours. We may as well do what we want with it. Yeah,
exactly.
It's full of monkeys, though, isn't it? Loads and loads of monkeys living on that.
And they're not that nice. They steal your things, and they will attack you as well. You've got to be so careful.
Yeah,
so careful.
Go to Australia and you're scared of like spiders and snakes and stuff, and you go to Gibraltar and it's the monkeys you got to look out for.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
dear.
Right, what else have we got for us, Andy? Oh, it's gone back to the start.
Right, spend the actual money on the security, but hey, that's by the by. And regarding the Microsoft, the Minecraft movie. I mean, it is owned by Microsoft now.
Is it?
Because they own everything.
Is it?
But yeah, the madness behind that was mainly due to the fact of, in the movie, chicken jockeys, in other words, zombie villagers riding a chicken, is quite a rare spawn.
Okay.
So people get quite crazy over that. But I think it did all start on TikTok just because one bunch of kids went, "Rah!" And then everyone else decided to do the same as people on TikTok.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Just constantly just regurgitate it and just keep on going. And I don't understand why any bunch of kids would willingly, well, they're kids, probably not their own money, spending like the £8 on the popcorn and then just throwing it away. It's madness. Maybe I'm an adult. Who cares? Screw the kids.
Can we have a rant about the price?
Don't screw the kids. No.
Not a great turn of phrase.
I can't even make the jokes. We haven't talked about it yet, but you know what I'm thinking.
You can make the joke when we get to it.
Okay.
But how much is popcorn at a cinema now? It's probably more than the price of a ticket, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're probably looking at spending a good £5 at least, aren't you?
Is there no one in your household that knows the price of popcorn?
Yes, there is, but they're not here at the moment. They've gone out. So I can't ask.
Research.
Well, I didn't listen to the feedback first. In all fairness, we are raw dogging this as usual. This is a live reaction, so
because it is. Let's get on the soapbox now. How much does it cost to produce popcorn? It is
pence,
like the cheapest thing out there.
Yeah.
And then they just heat it up, pop it, and then
I'll tell you what it is. I'm not sticking up for them per se. A little bit I am, I suppose. But that's where the cinemas are making their cut of the money for the most part.
Yeah, I'm guessing they must be losing it on the actual film.
Yeah, they're not making a whole amount from the film.
Yeah.
So it is all about what they can sell on top of the tickets.
But sure, they might make more money if they halve the price of the popcorn and then sold twice as much of it. No?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, no, maybe. Yeah, because also cinemas aren't shy about the fact. Well, I think more people know it now, but you can take your own snacks in as long as they're not smelly. So, yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe they would make a bit more money if it was more accessible so that people aren't buying them from Asda before they go.
Yeah.
It does make sense. It does.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people as well still don't realise that you can do that. A lot of people think it's naughty to go to the cinema and take your own food. And I think as well, people feel like it's weird to go to the cinema alone, which it's not. A lot of people do it.
I think it's a bit weird to go to the cinema on you, Todd.
No, it's not. A lot of people do it. And I really, I tell you what is weird, is going for a date at the cinema. All right, if it's with your like someone you've known for a long time, bit different. But like a first, second date, getting to know each other phase, and you go to the cinema in a darkened room to literally ignore each other for 2 hours. I don't understand that. That's weird.
Yeah,
I'd rather go alone.
Yeah.
I'd rather go alone.
True. Yeah. Yeah, do you remember Cineworld went bust? Right. But they're still open. How does that work?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
In July 24, Cineworld announced it would close 6 of its cinemas across the UK as part of a restructuring plan to bring it into profitability. This also affected future locations. In December 24, the company confirmed it has secured a $1.9 billion debt facility and adopted the name Regal Cineworld Group. In December 24, Cineworld also announced that it would close another 6 cinemas. Okay. But that still doesn't explain how they're still...
So they didn't go bust then, is what I'm hearing.
What is a $1.9 billion debt facility?
Don't know.
I don't know. That's weird, that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Don't know.
It's
but they're definitely still going.
Yeah,
they're definitely still going. They put a new one in Plymouth a few years ago, and it was literally just as that had opened that they suddenly miraculously went bust. And I remember thinking, womp womp, because you've just built this brand new cinema and moved into Plymouth, which, by the way, no one goes there because they're too expensive and you have to pay for parking, which isn't even on site. It's like at the shopping centre, which is a 5-minute walk away.
Oh, do they not sort your parking for you?
No.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, they're banking on the fact that people will go into Plymouth city centre for a day trip, basically, and you'll park in the shopping centre, maybe get some lunch, do some shopping, go to the cinema whilst you're there, and then go home. Yeah, that's kind of what their thinking is. But unfortunately for them, the View Cinema is a 10-minute walk in a straight line up the road from where they are, and they do tickets for about £5.
Yeah.
And free parking on site with restaurants, and the 10-pin bowling's up there as well. So I don't know why we needed that Cineworld.
I've just spotted this about Cineworld. They were the only cinema chain in the UK to forbid customers from bringing their own food and drink or elsewhere into the cinema. But in November 2012, the policy was changed and now states neither alcohol nor hot food may be brought onto the premises.
Okay.
But yeah, they must have realised they were shooting themselves in the foot with that. Oh, you're not bringing anything at all in.
Yeah.
That bag of sweets, no, you can leave that outside.
Yeah. Bloody Cineworld. Not my cinema of choice.
What's your cinema of choice?
Well, it's View, because I get free tickets, and
That's fair, geez.
Also, our View has got like all the seats are like the big comfy seats with the armrests and reclining and all that kind of stuff. So
they put 9 to 12 now these days, aren't they?
Just they have.
You sat there 2 hours. You don't want to be sat on something uncomfy.
Yeah, exactly. They've made it. It has cut down their capacity by half.
But considering it was half empty in the first place,
exactly. But it's lovely. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. It's just you have to reach that little bit further over now if you want to give a handy through the popcorn container. But it's fine. We can work around these things.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Andy. We went a bit off piece there.
Yeah. I was going to say the cinema near me shut down, but now they're going to crowdfund to reopen. But they want 50 grand through crowdfunding.
Oh.
This cinema's only got 2 screens and is in a shopping centre.
Oh, I mean, do people care enough?
No, that's the thing, because they want 50. They want to raise 50 grand. Then they want to put the prices up from £5 to £7.50. And the reason they want 50 grand is apparently because they need to buy all the equipment again. And it's like, hang on, that equipment was only put in a couple of years ago. And then you shut down. Where's it gone? Like someone's taken it and sold it, or you didn't own it at all, so you were renting it.
Yeah.
So to me, it leaves me with more questions. But if you've got a crowdfund to create a business, then surely the business isn't seen as investable by anyone else.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
That's my thoughts on it. So, but yeah, I mean, just before they closed down, they did ban kids from going and watching films on their own because
did they?
Yeah, they were causing issues. So, you've already then cut off half of your revenue stream.
Yeah,
cut you off your nose to spite your face.
I say at a certain age, you don't want to have to go and take your kids to the cinema and watch the crap they want to watch, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Right, Andy, what else have you got for us?
No, not literally.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
I'm glad that he corrected that.
Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Hope Nicole hasn't been too ill. And
Yay!
I hope Steve has something to write home about.
Yeah.
Because most of the time, it says his week is uneventful.
Yeah. Doing so well.
Also, I do have one little story of the working in retail.
Okay.
Because obviously I do, and I deal with the Just Eat and Deliveroo.
Oh, okay.
That way it avoids me telling you which store I work at. Haha. Take that, Steve. But the other day I was dealing with helping them out and whatnot, and one came through and it was a single item.
Yeah.
So someone would have had to pay for someone to bring it over the house and everything.
Yeah.
That single item was a packet of mini cheddars. Just a single packet that you get with like a meal deal. Nothing else.
Someone was really high. Someone was
People have
really
more
high
money
and got
than
munchies.
sense.
No.
Anyway,
no, man.
that's my random little tidbit of nonsense. Anyway, bye.
Thank you, Andy.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you so much, Andy. No, I'm sorry, but buying one thing of mini cheddars, someone was either high.
Nah,
and
more
got
likely it's a kid that's done it. Kids got hold of their parents' phone and just like tapped away.
That's actually kind of adorable.
One thing in the basket and hit purchase, and it's probably
How could you be mad?
It's probably cost of like £8 in fees by the time you got the delivery, small service, the small thingy fee, the marketplace
if not
fee,
more. If not more.
It's crazy when you see some of the receipts for these things. People will just go online and buy one item and pay all the fees.
Mad, isn't it?
Where it's like, spend a bit more and then you actually get some products.
Yeah, and you will actually kind of save money in the process. It's weird.
See, last time I used a delivery app, I purchased a Taco Bell and it was coming quite a distance.
Ooh,
so obviously I filled up that and it was, whatever it was, delivery. Anyway, Uber do this thing where if you place an order, it'll let you order from somewhere else nearby within a certain amount of time for free.
Yes. Oh, it's brilliant.
So I did that and then put in an order for a co-op. It's quite funny because obviously the Taco Bell was miles away, and then I've then put in another little order because obviously there's no fees on the second order, so you're getting free delivery, free fees on it. So it's just like you're getting a little bit out of them for nothing.
Yeah.
So I added this stuff to created a new order for this. And the driver must have thought, what the hell is going on? Because the co-op was in the middle of Wigan and I'm in the middle of Skem, and there must be half a dozen co-ops that he's driven past on the way to deliver what I ordered. But it wasn't the same driver. So it was a different driver that had
really? That's interesting.
I mean, what the delivery apps will do is they will ping it to the same driver and try and get the same driver to take it. But if they don't take it, then they're not just going to let you not have your food. They'll ping it out and try and get someone to bring it. So I'm, by me placing that extra order, I, got an extra couple of quid out of the company into someone else's pocket. So I call that a little win for the consumer there, and the hard-working delivery people rather than the corporation.
Was that delivery? Did you say
that was Uber?
I must remember this because they always offer me to do that little add-on shop, and I don't think I've ever done it, but I always look at it and think, oh, that seems like such a good idea. But until you just said you don't get feed on the second one, I didn't realise that was the case.
Yeah, because
I know you didn't get delivery, but
I'm sure you don't. I'm sure there wasn't fees on it as well, or it might have been like a promotion or something. Yeah, I mean that's because I think the fee's a bit different if it's a shop as opposed to a restaurant as well.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, whatever it was, it didn't work out like I was paying much more for it. It was just kind of like paying the same as I would if I was in the shop. So I was like,
that's brilliant. Yeah.
So,
well done.
Yeah, got to be done sometimes.
Yeah, very
you have
well done.
the joy of answering your door twice.
Yeah, that's true. That's not my favourite part. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's so weird. Sometimes I'll place an order and I'll be like, right, I've ordered food. I'm so happy I don't have to cook. It's gonna be tasty. And then I sit there thinking, but I have to open the door to a human.
That's it.
Fuck. What did I do? What was I thinking?
Yeah, but the beauty of it is you've got kids at home.
Yeah, not always, but when she's home, I don't open the door. I can assure you.
Yeah.
I can assure you. Anyway, shall we have a topic? Oh no, we're not done. Notable news. Done. What am I talking about?
Okay.
What news do you have for us this week, Steve?
I found. Have you heard of K218b?
I have, yes.
Oh, have you? Oh, it just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Everyone's heard about it.
Yeah, it looks like Earth, but massiver.
Massiver. So
Yeah.
it is a planet, and it's almost 3 times bigger than Earth.
Yeah.
It's classified as a Hycean planet. Think water world with a hydrogen-rich atmosphere.
Yeah.
Scientists have detected dimethyl sulfide, DMS, and dimethyl disulfide, DMDS, in the atmosphere. On Earth, these are usually made by marine microbes like plankton. So there is possibly something living there.
Yeah.
But then it says there's only a 0.3% chance this is just noise, but it's enough for scientists to stay cautious. I mean, the issue is... some experts suggest unknown chemistry could explain the gases, so it's not exactly aliens yet.
Okay.
I mean, how do you determine it when it's so far away? I don't know how they realise what chemicals are there when it's so far away, because this thing, just in case you're thinking of popping over, is 124 light years away, orbiting a red dwarf star in the Goldilocks zone. So it's not too hot.
Well, they
not too
must
cold.
have sent something over there, mustn't they?
124 light years away. I don't think they have.
Well, how else would they know?
What travels that far? How far have we travelled in space?
Oh, I don't know. The whole space thing is fascinating, but also it kind of makes my mind the equivalent of a piece of paper that's been screwed up, you know? Like, I really struggle to bend my head around the concept of it all, because it is just so vast and so complicated, and yeah, it's just quite overwhelming.
Okay, I've got one answer,
Okay.
but I need to compare it. So
Right.
this says the farthest any human-made object has travelled from Earth is Voyager 1, which is approximately 167.34 astronomical units away, or about 15.6 billion miles, or 25 billion kilometres. So what's that in light years? Okay, don't tell me how to solve it, just tell me the answer. Okay, so the solution, according to AI Labs of Google, is 15.6 billion miles is approximately 0.002653 light years.
Right.
Okay.
Says a lot then.
No, that's 0.002653.
Okay.
Sure. Really? Yeah, well, yeah, think of how fast light travels.
Pretty quick, yeah.
So one light year, I found this on another website, 1 light year is 9.5 trillion kilometres.
Flipping heck.
Okay, so this isn't something that's round the corner from us. How the hell do we know what the chemicals are like up there?
I don't know. And they ought to write this in their articles so that we can understand.
Yeah, because it's... Oh yeah, so even as false alarm, this discovery shows how powerful the James Webb Space Telescope is for sniffing out alien atmospheres. I mean, oh my gosh, how can you sniff it out just through looking at it?
How can you have a telescope that can look so far?
Yeah.
You know? It's actually mad, isn't it?
It is. How do you make sure it's in focus?
How do you even know it's still there? It might be dead by now, and we're seeing it from like however long ago, you know?
124 light years, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is... I don't like thinking space and stuff because it ends up blowing my mind because it's...
Yeah, my mind feels really messy just thinking about this little bit.
I can't picture infinite. Like...
No.
Yeah, it's impossible.
No.
Okay.
Next news, please.
Next news.
Yeah.
Oh, the Pope is no more.
Oh, yeah.
The Pope.
I saw a news thing earlier. I didn't click on it, but apparently they've sealed his apartment door with wax.
Okay.
Like, they did it immediately after he died. And my theory is it's to protect his hard drive. It's to buy them time to gather all the evidence and remove it. And the seal is so that they know that the cops haven't been in and busted shit up, you know?
Oh, maybe. Perhaps.
Yeah,
That's an interesting theory.
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, to be fair, I don't know if you saw how he was looking on Easter Sunday when he was on the balcony waving to the world.
No, how did he look?
Well, like he was on his last hit point, to be honest with you.
Oh, fair dues. So
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm sure it's very sad if you're a Christian.
And then it's been announced that Prince William is going to go to the funeral instead of King Charles.
Okay.
So
Yeah, that's fair.
why is Charles not going?
Don't know. Maybe he's got better things to do.
Maybe.
He's washing his hair.
Cooking some sausages.
That's the way to get his fingers burnt.
But yeah, the picture of Prince William though, he's really thinning his hair. It's like he's very bald on top. He may as well now just shave it all off, I think, at that point.
He's at that point, isn't he, where he might as well just go, but I don't think he will shave it off, you know. I don't think he will.
Shave it off, wear a beanie.
The royal beanie. Get a little crown embroidered onto it, you know.
Yeah. Put a few jewels on it and off you go.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure Swarovski will sponsor him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, how did we get onto that from King Charlie's not going to the Pope's funeral? Deary me, only on Topicopedia, honestly.
We just get carried away, don't we? We just let it.
We do, but I'm a bit worried about this because obviously on Easter Sunday I had a blessing. Do I still get that now the Pope's dead?
Yeah, maybe you're the reincarnation.
You can, well, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely remove the hard drives before I get there, you know? I don't want to get caught up in all of that. But the thing is what they do is they re-elect, don't they, the most worthy candidate. And I personally think because they're never young. And I think what it comes down to is they have a tally of body counts of choir boys. Okay. And I think whoever's managed to score the most, they get to be Pope.
That's an interesting theory. I don't know how you
No, it's right. It's a fact.
Oh, okay.
It's not fact. Don't sue us.
Yeah.
But it's entirely plausible, and I think that's how it's done.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's my opinion, and I'm allowed it.
So far, just about.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Does that conclude our news, or do we have anything else?
I think that's about all that's been worth noting.
Yeah, I think you're right. The only other thing I'd like to add is that as we are recording, there is a helicopter circling where I live. Okay. And I'm hoping that my microphone's not picking it up because it is every so often it comes right over my house. So yeah,
they're already there looking for your hard drives.
They're looking for my hard drive. They know I'm the second coming of the Pope. Like, well, we're going to get onto this one before she gets elected. Otherwise, yeah. No, honestly, none of that business going on. I don't want the job, you know. I don't want to be. No,
too much responsibility.
Right. Too much responsibility, and to be honest with you, I'd just turn you all bloody pagan again. You know, I would, and I'd put back the 13th month of the year as well. That we should have. So, okay, I think we better have a topic.
Yes.
So over Easter, whilst we're sitting around eating our hot cross buns, and this is not me just saying this, we were eating our hot cross buns over Easter, and it got brought up about prisoners' last meals.
Oh, yeah.
Prison on death row. Yeah, and it got me to thinking, like, yeah, that's quite interesting, isn't it? So, Steve, if you were on death row, what would be your last meal?
Oh, jeez.
No pressure or anything.
It is a bit of pressure.
Yeah, it is. But you can have anything, you know? Anything you want. Yeah. I don't think they really limit you.
So you could have everything.
Yeah, you could really. I mean, you got to fit it in your stomach, man.
Oh, you got
You
to
don't have to eat all of it.
Okay. You don't have to eat all of it, but you could have like some of everything.
Well, there's no reason why you couldn't have like 10 courses, is there?
So you could have like a Nando's course.
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Okay. And then, I love a burrito.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice big burrito. And I would love a bit of Domino's pizza.
Okay.
It's a rare treat. What else would I have? There's so many good foods out there. I can't.
What about a dessert? Would you have a dessert?
Yeah, of course I'd have a dessert. I'd have all the desserts. Profiteroles.
What are your top most favourite desserts that you would, you need to end your life on these desserts, you know?
Creme brulee.
Really? I'm not that fussed on creme brulee, you know?
And profiteroles, chocolate fudge cake.
Yeah.
Donuts, maybe some Krispy Kremes.
Oh, which ones?
Oh, the nice filled ones.
Oh, really? I like the plain glazed ones. Isn't that weird?
Oh, just plain cheap date. Plain Jane, just have the plain
There's
ones.
absolutely nothing cheap about Krispy Kreme, my darling.
Hey, they're on the Tesco meal deal now, aren't they?
Listen.
The glazed.
I'm just saying. Are they?
Yeah.
I like getting my donut glazed. Do you know what I'm saying? It really is a treat.
Yeah. Oh, God. Well, there's me liking the ones full of cream.
It says it all, doesn't it? Your donut order tells you everything you need to know about a person. Anyway, so I think for my last meal, I'm trying to think of a starter that I might have. I quite like, I don't know. That's really tough. I like a lot of starters. I'll tell you what I like, actually. Oh, no, don't be boring.
Oh, get some garlic bread on the
that's
go.
a side. No, that's a side. It's not a starter, is it?
It could
But
be
I wouldn't
both.
have garlic bread anyway. Nah. I could do better than that. So I really like, and this is what I'm going to choose, the dry and spicy prawns that you get at the Chinese, the chili salted prawns or whatever they are.
That sounds good.
They're very lightly battered, and so they're crispy. They're just gorgeous and a little bit spicy. Yeah, I think I'd have those with some sort of dipping sauce for that. Lovely. Maybe a nice homemade mayo or something like that. So that'd probably be my starter. And then for my main, it would have to be, and I had this over Easter as well, beef Wellington that my dad's made.
Can't knock a bit of beef Wellington.
Yeah, beef Wellington.
Yeah, stick that on mine as well. I'll help you eat that.
With dauphinoise potatoes and some sort of tender stem broccoli, maybe with a bit of like salt and some lemon on it. And a nice red wine reduction to pour over. That's what I'll have. And then for my pudding, because I am a bit of a basic bitch as it goes, because we've just gone we went weird. We went down the Chinese takeaway route with the starter, went down the beef Wellington route, which is like, I feel like it's a bit posh, isn't it, beef Wellington?
It's quite posh, I'd say.
Because no one ever has it, really. It's not something you have on, your weekly menu, is it?
I'm sure Charles has it weekly.
As he should. When he's not having his sausages. And then for dessert, I'm going with apple crumble with evaporated milk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love that. It is my favourite dessert. And a nice coffee to finish, but like a really good coffee, not like the kind of coffee you normally get after a meal that's really strong. and a bit like, makes you grimace a bit. I want like a nice latte.
Yeah.
Nice and strong, very milky.
You completely contradict yourself there. Very strong, very milky.
No, I have an extra shot in my latte.
Okay. And then
so
you
it's strong and milky.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like both. I like the creaminess of the milk.
What you're saying is you like a big portion.
I like, I do.
Yeah.
I do. It's just got to be, hasn't it? You can't have half a portion. Who does that? So anyway, that would be my last meal if I was on death row. But what I thought would be interesting would be to judge what death row inmates chose.
Oh yeah,
as their last meals. So we've got here David Wayne Stoker.
Who's he?
Who was he was executed on the 16th of June 1997, which, by the way, is my brother and sister's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so he was a heavy equipment operator / carpenter. It doesn't say what he did. But in his last statement was, "I am truly sorry for your loss, but I didn't kill anyone." So he was professing his innocence. And he chose to eat it looks like McDonald's.
It does look like
two McDonald's basic bitch cheeseburgers with
although the
some
cheese
fries.
isn't melted, which is a bit bizarre. I'm just blaming a terrible stock photo for that. I'm guessing the cheese would have been melted.
I'm guessing so. And then it looks like some chocolate ice cream.
Yeah.
So it's quite a humble last meal, but fair enough. Mackey's is a very valid choice.
Why does this article tell you the education? How many years education they had? Like,
I don't
why
know.
is that an important part of someone's last meal?
Well, I didn't feel it was important, and that's why I didn't read it out, because I just thought, we're wasting everyone's time with that pointless fact. So what else have we got, Steve?
Anthony Ray Wesley, who was a labourer, and his last statement was, "I want you to know that I did not kill anyone. I love you all." So again, someone protesting their innocence. It looks like they got McDonald's fries.
Yes.
But then maybe KFC chicken. And a slice of bread.
They wanted a chip butty, let's be honest.
Chip butty, yeah. Chippy was short. It was a Monday.
Oh, dear. Yeah, interesting one. Do you know, I'll never eat KFC again, I've decided.
Why?
Well, because I keep hearing about people getting food poisoning from it, right? Like, I hear it a lot. And then when I was away, my housemate got KFC and got food poisoning from it.
How weird.
And I thought, after my 7-week stint of frickin' salmonella, I think I'll just never eat. I don't even care about KFC that much anyway. So there you go. Anyway, moving on. Thomas Andy Barefoot.
What a name.
I wish they listed the crimes.
Yeah.
He was executed on the 30th of October 1984. He was an oil field roughneck, and his last statement was, "I hope that one day we can look back on the evil that we're doing right now. Like the witches we burned at the stake. I want everybody to know that I hold nothing against them. I forgive them all. I hope everybody I've done anything to will forgive me. I've been praying all day for the victim's wife to drive the bitterness from her heart, because that bitterness that's in her heart will send her to hell just as surely as any other sin. I'm sorry for everything I've ever done to anybody. I hope they'll forgive me." What a statement.
Yeah. I've just looked at what crime he committed.
Oh, what did he do?
Convicted of capital murder, shooting death of a police officer, Carl Levin, age 31, of Harker Heights. Barefoot, an oilfield roughneck from Louisiana, wanted in New Mexico on charges of rape to a 3-year-old girl, killed Officer Levin to avoid arrest. Oh, he's a bad man.
Okay. So his last meal,
Probably doesn't deserve it. I don't think he deserves the last meal.
No, he doesn't, but he didn't pick anything good. It looks like he's got some Coke. It looks like, God, it just looks like a poke bowl. It's got rice, sweet corn, something that looks like beetroot, something that looks spinachy, and then some beans. And then we have a separate plate that has crackers and some sort of dipping sauce. And then we have a ramekin that has a mystery brown goop in it.
Yeah.
So goodness only knows what this is, but he wanted to eat that as his last meal. Weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't know about that one.
Who else we got? James Russell, and his last statement reported to have lasted 3 minutes. It was either not transcribed or not recorded. He was a musician. All he had was an apple.
Oh, fair enough. He was executed 19th of September 91. In case that matters. Jeffrey Allen Barney, executed 16th of April 1986. Doesn't say what he did, but his last statement was, "I am sorry for what I've done. I deserve this. Jesus, forgive me." An honest criminal. We like that. And this chap decided that he wanted some Frosties. A bowl of Frosties with milk. Yeah, why not?
And what crime did he commit? I'm looking.
I've no idea.
I'm trying to look it up.
Oh, okay.
Another bad guy.
Okay. I mean, they should be quite bad. They are on death row.
They are. Well, we're looking at these meals and we're going, yeah, it's, maybe they deserved a bit more. No, maybe they didn't.
Yeah.
These aren't pleasant people. Who else?
What do you do? Can we not say?
Don't want to ruin the algorithm too much, so we'll say the R again. And what else did he do? The M of a minister's wife.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
R and M.
Not a good chat.
Not as good as S and M.
Okay.
No. That's
no.
Someone's been injured here, and I'm making terrible jokes. I apologise. No.
We can look back and laugh.
Yes, he's you know what? He's suffered the fate he deserves. He's gone to hell with a belly full of frosted flakes. So
yeah, exactly.
So next up, Johnny Frank Garrett, executed in 1992. Who was a labourer. I'd like to thank my family for loving me and taking care of me, and the rest of the world can kiss my ass. And he's got a bowl of ice cream. Looks like got chocolate in there and strawberry ice cream.
He doesn't sound like the sharpest tool in the shed, does he?
No. I'm there putting in his name. What crimes did he commit? And Google suggesting, I put, what's he doing now? I love the suggested.
That's wonderful.
He's another one. R and M. Of a nun.
Okay.
Of a nun?
Oh my God! What?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's like some sick stuff, isn't it? I mean, look, I'm not religious, and we know this, and we've established that in this episode. But that's really sick. Okay. This is an interesting name. William Prince Davis.
Okay.
Interesting
meal as well. Look forward to this.
Interesting meal. Yeah. So September 1999. He was a roofer. His last statement was, "I would like to say to the family how truly sorry I am in my soul and in my heart of hearts for the pain and misery I have caused from my actions. I would like to thank all of the men on death row who have shown me love throughout the years. I hope that by donating my body to science, that some parts of it can be used to help someone. That is all I have to say, Warden. Oh, and I would like to say in closing, what about those cowboys?" I have no idea what that meant.
Quite lengthy.
That's quite lengthy, yeah. Interesting and slightly cryptic ending. So this guy had some barbecue crisps by the looks of it, 2 packets of. He had 6 cans of Coca-Cola. He also has the ramekin of mystery brown goo.
No, that looks more like beans. It's kind of got a beanie texture.
I guess it's just really brown. It's almost chocolate brown rather than baked bean colour. But yeah, it does, maybe a chili or something like that.
Maybe.
And then we've got 4 bread rolls, whatever you want to call them, from whichever part of the world you're in. And a bunch of fried chicken drumsticks and a bowl of grated cheese. So perhaps it is chili, because that would be beautiful in those rolls with a bit of cheese, wouldn't it?
Did you seriously sit there and just like down half a dozen tins of Coke? Like,
bitch, I would. We forgot to do drinks. What drinks would you have?
Oh God, get me a vodka.
Ooh, I wonder if they'd let you. Oh, surely they'd let you have one. They probably wouldn't let you have the bottle, but they'd let you have one, wouldn't they? Surely.
No, probably not. Guessing not. Maybe a nice big.
Why not?
One of them milkshakes with like Kinder Bueno in it or something.
Oh yeah, a naughty shake. Yeah.
Yeah. So what did William Prince Davis do? He was convicted of robbery. Murder. Obviously, you don't just go down for robbery. Classification murderer, characteristics robbery. Victim was a manager of an ice cream store, 60-year-old Richard Lang.
Well, at least he didn't have ice cream as his last meal like the last guy. Could you imagine? That would be a bit of a twist of the knife, pardon the expression. Yeah. Oh my God.
Records indicate the victim, identified only by the last name of Lang, was receiving cash receipts from 3 drivers when Davis entered the company office with a pistol and shot him once. And he fled with $712 and a shotgun taken from the office. He was later identified by the 3 company drivers and given a written confession to the police. Really? So you got done for murder for $700? Well done, mate.
Wow.
Is it worth losing your life over that? Seriously?
Wow. That
was 1999, so that is like not that long ago, really.
It's not so long ago, no. Oh, gosh.
It's like not that long ago. It's 26 years ago, but yeah. I still remember it. I was in high school.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, we're doing some more.
Are you?
I thought this was your turn. Oh no,
I just read that.
You did read.
Oh, blimey.
Oh dear.
God.
Gerald Lee Mitchell. He's a nice, simple guy. Probably not nice from what we've been giggling so far. But you know that when the prison got the word of what they wanted, they were like, "Oh, that's easy enough. I probably got some of these in my drawer in the office. It's just a pack of Jolly Ranchers hard candy."
Okay.
So his statement, he said, "I'm sorry for the pain. I'm sorry for the life I took from you. I ask God for forgiveness, and I ask for you for the same. I know it may be hard, but I'm sorry for what I did to my family. I love each and every one of you. Be strong. Know my love is always with you. I know I'm going to be with the Lord. Shed tears of happiness for me." And this was in 2001.
Oh, they're getting close to these.
Yeah. We'll have one from last week next. What did
oh my
he do?
God, this one. Sorry.
I was just going to have a quick look at what he did. Homicide.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he killed 2 people. Killed, Charles, age 20, and Hector, age 18, with a sawed-off shotgun.
Gosh, okay.
Lovely.
Wow. So, okay, next one we have is Robert Anthony Madden. He was executed in May 1997. He was a cook, and in his last statement, he said, "I apologize for your loss and your pain, but I didn't kill those people. Hopefully, we will all learn something about ourselves and each other, and we will learn to stop the cycle of hate and vengeance and come to value what is really going on in this world. I forgive everyone for this process, which seems to be wrong." And his last meal, he had actually asked that his final meal be given to a homeless person. And unfortunately, and this seems really tight, the request was denied.
Oh, so he may as well have had something then.
Yeah, you may as well have done. Yeah, yeah, but that's a bit sad.
Yeah.
I feel like I believe this one.
What do you mean, like you believe him?
I feel like he might actually be innocent. This one.
Oh,
He seems nice, doesn't he? What a waste. Anyway,
Are we looking at what he did, or are we
go on. Go and
traumatized
have a look
enough?
at what he did. Well, yeah, go on,
Okay.
because I feel like I need I need to know what I've
am-
just pardoned it from.
I should be in incognito mode because now Google's going to think I love browsing Murderpedia, but still. Yes, Murderpedia is a website.
Oh my God.
Method of murder: shooting and stabbing with knife. Characteristics: robbery, drugs. Victims' profiles: Herbert, another Herbert, age 56, and his son Gary, age 21.
Oh.
2 year prior prison record, 2 years possession of controlled substance. Convicted in September 1985, shooting and stabbing deaths of Herbert and his son. The bodies of the victims have been bound and placed in a small creek with brush piled on top of them. One man's throat had been cut.
Oh.
Do you still think he didn't do it?
I have no idea. No idea.
Okay, last one. James Beathard. So this was 1999. He was a motorcycle mechanic. Oh, do I have to read that whole last statement? That is long.
Do you want me to read it for you?
If you want. Or I can ask ChatGPT to paraphrase it.
Oh, will it? But hang on. I'll paraphrase it. He thanks his family. He's had a fantastic life, and he is proud of his children.
The US has lost respect for human life. My death is just a symptom of a deeper problem. Our government actions abroad,
interesting.
sanctions and welfare are hurting innocent people, especially children. Yes, ChatGPT summarised that for me. What even more concerning is what we're doing to the environment. If we don't change course, it won't matter how we treat each other because we'll all be gone. Okay, fair dues. Oh, and truth only survives if we support a free press. Right now, even that is at risk. Okay, well, I mean, he made a fair political statement at the end of his dues. But what did he have? It looks like he had there, like some KFC chicken, some carrots, a little bowl of lettuce, glass of Coke.
Yeah.
They look like Mackey's fries again. Probably not Mackey's though, because I'm guessing fries just look like that in whatever country this is. Onion rings, or they could be squid rings if he's really adventurous. And that looks like battered fish. A couple of slices of battered fish.
But not like nice battered fish that we get from the chippy in the UK. That looks like the kind of battered fish you've gotten from the supermarket.
Yeah.
That's Lidl's battered fish.
No, Lidl's battered fish is amazing. That looks more
is it? Okay.
That's Farm Foods battered fish.
Oh, okay. Iceland. Yeah. Okay, I see you. Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, seeing what people have chosen. And a lot of people have chosen something down the takeaway route, haven't they? No one's really particularly chosen anything gourmet.
Well, I don't suppose they've got a gourmet chef to hand to cook it.
Well, why not? If it's your last meal, y'all can get one. Surely.
That sounds why you processed it. I went, what? They've not got a gourmet chef especially to cook for them in this prison. Like,
I imagine that's how it came across. But what actually happened is that it lagged, and I had to silence my end for ages, and then the bit that you said got said really fast. So it was actually me. That silence was actually me catching up where the connection had lags.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Anyway, I thought that was really interesting. But no one's chosen anything particularly exciting, and some of them are really quite bland.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll just have an apple. Yeah.
An apple, yeah, a bowl of Frosties. Yeah, and there was me thinking that the first one with their Mackey's burgers and chips with some chocolate ice cream was like a real rogue sort of option, and then they all turned out to be really similar. So yeah, interesting. But yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think about that. And if you've heard of anyone having any really interesting last meals on death row, let us know at topicopedia.online.
Yes.
So, have we got a mystery, Steve?
I don't know.
Unsolved.
Have we got a mystery?
I have sent you one. Yeah.
And it was a rhetorical question. Well, I hit the button.
Oh, okay.
That's not the one I opened with, is it? It's this one. Is it? I
Or
can't
is it?
remember. I can't remember. Which
It
one
is
do I
this
usually
one.
use first? Yeah.
No, it is this one, but the one you used first, I quite liked that.
Yeah. I use that when we're doing the discussion-y bit.
Oh, okay.
Imagine a city with wide, straight roads, neatly laid out neighborhoods, multi-story brick homes, and yes, working toilets.
Cool. If
Now,
only.
Imagine this wasn't modern-day New York or Tokyo. No, this was over 4,000 years ago in the dust-blown plains of what is now Pakistan and northwest India.
Ooh.
This was the Indus Valley civilization, one of the most advanced societies of the ancient world. While
Mesopotamia.
That's the one.
Mesopotamia?
While Mesopotamia and Egypt were still figuring out pyramids and ziggurats, the people of the Indus were already living in cities with public sewage systems, granaries, and standardized weights and measures. Sorry, but this is 4,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Their cities, like Mohenjo-Daro and Hapara, were marvels of urban planning. They had marketplaces, complex irrigation, and even what archaeologists might have been community swimming pools. But then, they vanished.
That sounds convenient.
Yeah, around 1900 BCE, the mighty Indus cities began to crumble. Brick walls collapsed, streets filled with dust, wells dried up. By 1300 BCE, the civilization was gone. No battles, no great fire, no mass graves, just silence. What happened? Theories swirl like desert wind. Some say climate change dried up the rivers they depended on, especially the mysterious Saravasi River, which some ancient texts praise as mighty. Others believe tectonic shifts, earthquakes, may have literally moved rivers overnight, turning fertile farmland into a barren wasteland. But here's the twist. There's no evidence of mass migration. No conquerors carving up No conquerors.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I'm stuck now. No conquerors carving their triumph into stone. No grand narrative of doom passed down in folklore. Just the quiet decay of a once thriving civilization. And perhaps the most eerie part, their writing system, a series of strange, beautiful symbols carved into seals and pottery, still hasn't been decoded. No Rosetta Stone, no translation key. Their final message still locked away in an undeciphered language, whispering across time. So here we are, thousands of years later, advanced enough to split atoms and send rovers to Mars, and yet the mystery of the Indus remains solved. Unsolved, even. Otherwise, it would not be an unsolved mystery. A civilization that may have known so much, but now remembered only by the skeletons of cities and secrets they took with them. Narrator softly. Oh, sorry. Me. Why did I read that? What do they know that we don't? And could it happen to us?
Wow. We couldn't possibly say if it could happen to us or not because we don't know what happened.
Well,
but
yeah, you summed it up.
That's it.
Thanks for that. You wrapped that up. That was yeah. I want to know. I want to see some of this coding and see if we can work it out.
Yeah.
Because if we can work it out, then we might know. We might be able to
The
solve
only reason
this.
it hasn't been worked out is because we haven't seen the coding yet.
Exactly. If we see it, then the job's solved.
They never call the right person in for the job, do they?
No, exactly. And, I think they should have called us.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I found something here. Let me send you this on the old Slack. Let's see if we can decode this, whatever it is.
Ooh.
Okay.
It looks like a coaster.
It does look like a coaster.
It's a coaster. God, they were civilized. I bet they had nice kettles, all the mod cons, dishwashers. Coaster.
It does look like a coaster. You are very correct. Very correct.
Yeah.
Right, I see. Is that an aardvark? Right, okay, right. So top left is a person. Below it, I think that's an aardvark. It's not a rhino, is it? It's got a tusk at the end.
Oh, it could be an aardvark, but it could be a rhino.
It could be a rhino.
I know these are things that don't look... Well, anyway, I think it might be a rhino. Below that looks like some sort of bison or
I was going
cow.
to say like elephant because of the long trunk, but
Well,
maybe.
the only reason I don't say elephant is because over on the left, I think there is an elephant.
on the left or the right? The right.
The right, yeah, sorry.
and another
The
person.
other left.
Below it looks like on them like little rat creatures. Looks like a bell end.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these things across the top I'm a bit unsure of, because you got the person, and then you got a couple of weird things, and then you got a fish towards the right hand side.
Yeah.
Looks like a fish or a shark.
I think this is probably some form of writing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or runes.
Well, I mean, do you write on your coaster? Or do you just have a pattern on your coaster?
Well, it could just be a pattern, or it might say literally in ancient whatever language, it might say coaster on it. A bit like how we have the...
Yeah.
I hate these, but how you have everything with labels on it. I hate stuff in your house that's got labels. When it says, like you have a plaque in your bathroom that says bath.
Yeah.
Or, I freaking hate it. I just don't like having unnecessary... I get it on like your canisters for your tea, coffee, sugar.
Yeah.
But why on earth would you have to have your bread bin labelled
bread?
Yeah. Of course it's got fucking bread in it. What the fuck else is it gonna have in
The
there?
funniest one is that meme of someone that moved one of them kind of ornaments from the kitchen. It said lick the bowl, and they put it in the bathroom.
Oh, I like this
Go
game.
on, lick
This
the bowl.
sounds like a really good game,
Yeah.
actually.
If you ever spot anything like that at someone's house, move it round. Why not?
Yeah, I think so.
I've got another theory with
it's-
this coaster, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
What if someone got this while they're on holiday? So it's actually like,
Oh,
I've been
it's
to...
a souvenir.
It's a souvenir. It could be a souvenir coaster. So it might not be a message. It might just be like Kavos or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it could be. It could be a place.
Or maybe, yeah, it could be.
But in the
But
middle...
I think someone got confused and didn't realise it was a coaster, and they dunked it in their cup of tea
bit the
and
corner.
took a bite. Bit the corner off, because we are missing nearly 25% of this coaster.
Yeah, we are pretty much guesswork here. I mean, in the middle is definitely a person sat on the floor.
He looks like he's meditating, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
looks like a god. Like he seems to be like the main figure of this
Wearing like
whole...
a tiger head with horns.
Yeah. He looks chill. I like him. I don't get like shitty vibes from him. He looks all right.
Well, there we
He
go.
looks like a chill guy. Good vibes. Good vibes. Yeah. The thing I do feel though, if we weren't missing 25%, we would have cracked this code by now, Steve.
I think
we would have had it.
we would have had it. I think bottom right it says, I went to Kavos and got you this coaster. And
Yeah.
oh,
I think so.
I think I might have found a whole coaster here. Oh, this says it's
yeah.
a stamp seal. Right.
Oh.
So this one
If
here.
it's a stamp seal, does that mean it's backwards?
Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so we need to read this the other way round.
Oh, the one I've just sent you now shows you it the correct way around as well. They made a stamp seal out of it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so we need to look at the one on the right, I'm guessing. Okay, right. So this looks like a llama cow.
A llama cow. Yes, that's probably in a zoo somewhere in the country, in the world.
It seems to have a little boat underneath it.
A little boat, yeah. As you
Like, maybe that's Noah's boat and it missed the boat and it's sad. And the text says, well, fuck.
Oh, I think we might have translated that.
Or it just says, I missed the boat. That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if it's a letter, it could be like, don't miss the boat. Like,
Yeah, it could. Yeah, it could be a letter, couldn't it?
yeah. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, 4,000 years ago, did they have a postal service?
Maybe it's promo. Maybe this is like a brand. This is llama cow boats. Go on a cruise with llama cow boats.
What if the Indus people didn't actually exist?
Well, where did the llama cow boats come from then? Who was running that show?
What if things aren't as old as what they think?
Maybe. But that having been said, they're pretty decent at guessing that stuff now in this modern age. Not guessing, but like detecting and finding out how old stuff is.
Oh yeah, we can tell what chemicals are on planets millions of light years away
That we can't reach. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, but we can't cure the common cold. That's not happening.
Well, that's
Some
actually
stuff
quite complex.
just
Is actually quite complex, Steve. That's not an easy fix.
Okay, but either way, we can't prevent it. We can't come up with a way of stopping it. So
Well, no, you can't because there's so many of them. That if it was just one common cold, then sure, it would be preventable. But there's so many, you can't, and it mutates too quickly.
yeah, so there we go. But that's something that we can't solve, even though it's in front of us.
Yeah, but it's not worth solving.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I think we should just accept that it was a thing 4,000 years ago,
Okay.
and
So-
that they invented the toilet before Mr. Crapper did.
Okay. So if the river moved and they moved locations, why didn't they document the places where they were? Did they just go, oh, I didn't like that civilization, I'm not documenting that?
Maybe they did, but we just can't decipher it.
Well, maybe they couldn't decipher it by the time they moved. I don't know.
Maybe. I'm not sure about their artists though, because it really does look like a llama cow.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that llama cows ever existed.
No, me neither. Yeah. I mean, 4,000 years, it's not that long ago that it would be something wildly different from what's around now, is it? So
Yeah.
it could be something that died out with the civilization, I suppose. It could have been native to that area only.
Yeah, yeah. When did humans start roaming the planet?
A bit before that.
Was it a bit before that? I don't know when it was. I can't remember.
It was quite a bit before that, yeah.
How was it? Okay. No, my mind's boggled. I'll let you come up with the answer for this one.
The answer is in the coaster that's missing 25% of it.
Yeah.
And some Wally ate it, thinking it was biscuit,
Okay.
thinking it was a nice digestive biscuit, and they fucked up, man. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, your digestives are round, so that you don't make that mistake with your coasters. Thank you very much.
I'm glad we solved that.
Yeah, I'm glad we solved that too.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite good. That. Would you like something a bit more sensible?
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the time, going, "Oh, we are."
Oh, this isn't very long.
Okay. Yeah. Go on then. Let's do it.
Okay. I mean, it is long, so we won't chat shit about it, but we'll just crack on with it.
Can we divide it up over 2 weeks and have something for next week?
Nah, we'll just whack it out.
Okay.
So I'm just going to read it out. It's quite fun. So most people got married in June because they took their yearly bath in May, and they still smelled pretty good by June. Since they were starting to smell, however, brides carried a bouquet of flowers to hide their body odour, hence the custom today of carrying a bouquet when getting married. Baths consisted of a big tub filled with hot water. The man of the house had the privilege of the nice, clean water.
Oh, nice.
Then all the other sons and men, and then the women, and finally the children, last of all the babies. But then the water was so dirty you could actually lose someone in it. Hence the saying, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Houses had thatched roofs, thick straw piled high, with no wood underneath. It was the only place for animals to get warm. So all the cats and other small animals, mice and bugs, lived in the roof. And when it rained, it became slippery, and sometimes the animals would slip and fall off the roof, resulting in the idiom, "It's raining cats and dogs."
Oh, dear.
There was nothing to stop things from falling into the house. This posed a real problem in the bedroom, where bugs and other droppings would mess up your nice clean bed. Therefore, a bed with big posts and a sheet hung over the top afforded some protection. That's how canopy beds came into existence. The floor was dirt, only the wealthy had something other than dirt, leading to folks to coin the phrase dirt poor. The wealthy had slate floors that would get slippery in the winter when wet, so they spread fresh straw on the floor to keep their footing.
Fresh straw on the floor.
Thresh.
Thresh.
Okay.
Thresh or fresh?
Thresh.
Fresh.
Thresh.
Okay.
Thresh. As the winter wore on, they added more thresh until when you opened the door, it would all start slipping outside.
What is thresh?
A piece of wood was placed in the entranceway, subsequently creating a threshold.
Oh, okay. What is thresh?
Yeah.
I've never heard of thresh.
I literally just explained it. So in the wealthy had slate floors, and they would get slippery in the winter when they got wet.
Well, you said
so
you put thresh down. I was like, what's thresh?
So they put, and I did say, let me finish again. They spread thresh straw on the floor. It's straw. So they put that on the floor.
I thought it was a particular type of straw with the way it is.
No, it's just straw. In those old days, they cooked in the kitchen with a big kettle that always hung over the fire. Every day they lit the fire and added things to the pot. They ate mostly vegetables and did not get much meat. They would eat the stew for dinner, leaving leftovers in the pot to get cold overnight and then start over the next day. Sometimes stew had food in it that had been there for quite a while, and thus the rhyme, peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 9 days old. There you go. Sometimes they could obtain pork, which made them feel quite special. When visitors came over, they would hang up the bacon to show off. It was a sign of wealth that a man could bring home the bacon.
Oh.
They would cut off a little to share with guests that would all sit around and chew the fat. Yeah. Those with money had plates made of pewter. Food with high acidic content caused some of the lead to leach onto the food, causing lead poisoning, death. This happened most often with tomatoes. So for the next 400 or so years, tomatoes were considered poisonous. Bread was divided according to status. Workers got the burnt bottom of the loaf, the family got the middle, and the guests got the top or the upper crust. Lead cups were used to drink ale or whiskey. The combination would sometimes knock the imbibers out for a couple of days. Someone walking along the road would take them for dead and prepare them for burial. They were laid out on the kitchen table for a couple of days, and the family would gather around and eat and drink and wait to see if they would wake up, creating the custom of holding a wake. Yeah. They used to use urine and to tan animal skins. So families used to all pee in a pot, and then once a day it was taken and sold to the tannery. If you had to do this to survive, you were piss poor. But worse than that was the really poor folk who couldn't even afford to buy a pot. They didn't have a pot to piss in, and they were the lowest of the low. So the next time you were washing your hands and complain because the water temperature isn't just how you like it, think about how things used to be. Here are some facts about the 1500s. England is old and small, and the local folks started running out of places to bury people, so they would dig up coffins and would take the bones to a bone house and reuse the grave when opening these coffins. 1 out of 25 coffins were found to have scratch marks on the inside, and so they realized that they had been burying people alive. So they would tie a string to the wrist of the corpse, lead it through the coffin and up through the ground, and tie it to a bell. Someone would have to sit out in the graveyard all night, the graveyard shift, to listen for the bell. Thus, someone could be saved by the bell, or was considered a dead ringer.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. I thought that was worth putting out there, because there are so many of these phrases that we all use all the time and haven't got a flipping clue where they came from.
Yeah, I mean, in the intro, we did tease cat out of the bag.
Yeah.
And I've looked that one up because I know people will be like, oh, you didn't even tell us. There's a couple of theories on this one. So the less likely one is it relates to naval punishment, where on all British ships they use a whip called the Cat o' Nine Tails to discipline sailors. Yes. So obviously it was kept in a bag, and when taken out of the bag, it meant someone was about to get punished.
Yep.
I.e. letting the cat out the bag. The other theory is that it relates to market scams. So back in ye olde marketplaces, shady vendors would sell a piglet in a sack or a pig in a poke.
Okay.
But when the buyer got home and opened the bag, bam, it's a cat, not a pig. So someone opened the bag early and the cat jumped out. The scam was exposed, so they literally let the cat out of the bag.
That one makes more sense as to why we use it the way we use it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's quite interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh. Okay. Well, there we go. We all learned something today.
I've learned what thresh is.
Yeah.
Thresh straw.
And how we got a threshold.
Threshold. Love it.
I always wondered why it meant that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So I suppose we're at that time.
Which time are we at?
The Urban Dictionary time.
Urban Dictionary time. Let's go.
Urban Dictionary word of the week. Boo-doo-boo-boo-doo.
Love it.
Woo.
Okay. What are we starting with? The first one's come up with, because obviously I do it by random. Richard Harold Pirrington. Obviously not one word. Richard Harold Pirrington.
Right.
What does it mean?
I mean,
you'll never know, but you can have a guess for the fun of it.
Is it a bit like saying Jesus Harold Christ, but it's like his cousin or something, because it's not actually as surprising?
No.
I don't know then. I don't know.
Likes Aunt Cass, urinates in rivers frequently, has 4,356 pictures of Aunt Cass on his PC, an unhealthy amount of Beyblades, and drinks too much Coke. Sucks at Fortnite.
Okay.
There is no responses on that. That just sounds like it's an attack on a person, doesn't it?
It does, and we don't condone or endorse that, so shame on you, sir. Shame on you.
The next one's one word. It's a name again.
Okay.
Gabby.
Okay.
What does a Gabby sound like?
Is this going to be one of those? Oh, I need. This is 50-50. This is someone who. Oh God, is this a good thing or a bad thing to be a Gabby? Look, I feel like it's going to end up being sexual in some way. I think Gabby might. I don't know. Might have something to do with blowjobs. I don't know. Tell me what you think.
I like your thought, but no.
Yeah.
Gabby is one of the cutest girls. She's nice, has a perfect smile. She is patient and quiet, but once you talk to her, she can't stop talking. She is respectful and awkward. She is mean when someone calls her names, but afterwards she's the best person in the world.
Okay.
There we go. Someone wrote something nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone fancies Gabby and wants to get sucked off.
Yeah. I guess. That's where it ties in.
Yeah.
Shine a brick.
Oh, I don't know. No, I haven't got a clue on that one.
Apparently it's a northern saying. Don't know northern where, because I don't say it. See, shine a light. Shine a brick is what is said when you don't know what the hell you're on about. Somehow replacing the word light with brick. I.e., person one. Shine a brick, it's called. Person two. Isn't it meant to be shine a light? Person one. No, it's shine a brick. Ask any old person.
Right. Yeah. No, don't know. Never heard of.
Okay. Here's one for you then. This one's got 7 votes. Okay.
Okay.
Ass accordion.
Right.
What's an ass accordion?
This sounds like something I do. It's when you're blowing such a hooter after your Easter Sunday roast that it sounds like a clown playing the accordion.
It's the act of squatting and farting at the same time. Using context, I ate a bunch of beans today, and when I did the leg press at the gym, I made my ass accordion.
I like it a lot. Can I, before we move on to our next segment, I've just had an email from the CEO of M&S.
Have you? Oh, excellent.
It says, "Dear Nicole, I'm writing to let you know that over the last few days, M&S have been managing a cyber incident." This is hot off the press. I literally just got it. To protect you and the business, it was necessary to temporarily make some small changes to our store operations, and I'm sincerely sorry if you experienced any inconvenience. Importantly, our stores remain open and our website... Yeah, that's the only thing that matters. Yeah, everything remains open. And our website and app are operating as normal. There is no need for you to take any action at this time, and if the situation changes, we will let you know. There may be some limited delays to your click and collect order, which we are working hard to resolve. I know how much our customers trust M&S, and that trust is incredibly precious to us. We have been working hard with the best experts to manage this, and I want to thank them and my colleagues for their hard work. Can I take this opportunity to thank you for shopping with us and for your continuous support? We really appreciate it. Stuart.
How nice of Stuart to email you at this time of the evening.
Thanks. Well, thank you, Stuart. Yes.
It is evening when we're recording this, so...
clearly could be having your chippy tea, but you decided...
But I did mention that story, saying, do we run with it or not, before we started the podcast.
You did, and I said, do we care?
Do we care? No, not really.
Do we care?
But do M&S see it as a marketing opportunity to email anyone who's ever done business with them before?
Of course they do.
Oh, yes, they do. They are taking the opportunity to go, oh, by the way, our website's running, so if you want to go and check it out, if you feel sorry for us because we've had a cyber attack, then go check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
I see what they're doing, cash in on it.
Of course they are. Of course they are. Right, so for our next segment, Meme of the Week, I honestly feel that you were robbed, Steve, because yours was really freaking good. And I had twice as many votes as you. I can only put it down to the fact that my tits are half a cup size bigger. So I it makes no sense. Makes no sense. But do you have a meme for us this week, Steve?
I am just picking one now. Can I shamefully steal something? Ooh, hang on, isn't that what our entire
Shamefully steal something?
Yeah, drawn by an illustrator.
Careful, you could end up on death row.
Oh God, don't say that. Okay, let's go with this one. I have saved a few that I didn't realise. I'm gonna go with. Oh. I'll go with that one just because it's funny and I don't think you've used it before. And I think that you'll appreciate this. I think women will appreciate this. Okay.
Okay.
So it's... Why did I save this? I think I just saved it because it's so random. It's a woman sat there, right? And like looking down. And it says, when you look down while riding a reverse cowgirl and it looks like you have balls.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think that?
I don't do things like that,
You don't do things like that. Okay.
Do you really think I can see down there when I've got boobs this size? Blimey. All right. I've got a naughty... It's really a naughty meme, this one.
I'm glad that I went for a weak one then if you got a good one.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was really naughty.
Okay, go on then.
It's a screenshot of Sky News Easter Sunday. Christians gather for Easter Sunday at the Vatican, and it's the Pope in his wheelchair waving to the crowds on the balcony. And someone's commented, "Bro looks like he's on 1% battery life."
Oh God. Yeah, you're gonna win. You're gonna win.
I hope so. I fucking hope so. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're gonna. I'm glad I didn't put too much thought into mine.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play.
That was wise of me.
You got any jokes for us, Steve? You gonna make me laugh?
Yeah. So I asked him. I asked my daughter, "Oh, what's a Mountain Dew?" She said, "Oh, as far as I know, it just sits there."
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
What do you call a boat underwater made of brushes?
I don't know.
A scrub marine.
Okay. Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, they're not good this week. I'm sorry. A ladder, a phone, and a chair, and a dildo are playing poker. As they do. Ladder says, "I raise." And hearing that, the phone says, "I call." Hearing that, the chair says, "I fold." And lastly, hearing all that, dildo says, "I'm all in."
Oh, I like that one. That was a good one. Yeah. Yeah.
Were you picturing them all around the table playing poker?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Veggies.
Is that sad? I was also picturing your scrub marine. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm glad you pictured that. Thank you.
Yeah.
A man walked into a library and he asked for a book on autofellatio.
Oh.
So the librarian tells him, "We actually do have a book on the subject. It's the one over there with the broken spine."
No way. Okay. Right. Okay. I got a bit of sad news actually.
Oh no.
My friend was crushed to death by a pile of books. He only has his shelf to blame. I was thinking actually, I want to get a job cleaning mirrors.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something I can really see myself doing. Hey, Steve.
Yeah.
If there were 100 dicks on a wall of glory holes, how many would you choke on?
Well, none of them.
Okay, that's right. Because you're a pro.
Okay. You say so.
And for my favourite joke of the week.
Okay.
What's brown and half eaten?
Oh, I don't know.
The Pope's Easter egg.
Oh. Oh, you come with your Pope jokes.
I've really given the church some stick this week. And we're like, so on that note, I think we'll leave it there. We're probably going to be sued, or if we don't return next week, it's because the church have dealt with us. So probably don't dig too deep into that in case you befall the same fate. But thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Topicopedia. Hopefully it won't be the last, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget you can find us on all our social medias. You can also head over to topicopedia.online. Scroll down on the homepage, vote for your favourite meme of the week, and also fill out our sexy feedback form. Give us your feedback, which you can also send to us on any of our socials. Don't forget to give us a like and a little share, because that makes a huge difference. And comment on something if you see it, or give it a like, because it helps us out loads and it costs you nothing but seconds. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next week, and the Vatican won't have dispatched us. So, yeah, we'll see you then.
Bye. Bye.